Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This one definitely a little different. I titled this one Gratitude, a different kind of video, and this is not going to cover any school subject matter, just putting out some thoughts about being grateful and gratitude during this time of Thanksgiving. So the word gratitude, here's just a basic definition: the quality of being thankful. And we're often reminded during this time of year, Thanksgiving, that we should be grateful and that we should give thanks. And when we hear this kind of talk, there's a lot of should happening in here. And I think the implication maybe is that we should be polite. And so we hear maybe thankfulness as a reason, that we should be thankful so that we are polite. And it often sounds like, kind of like it's for the other person maybe, that we should be polite because that's the right thing to do for the other person. So maybe we hear about gratitude like this, that we should give thanks because that's the right thing for them. But actually gratitude also has a lot to do for us. And that's the part that I just wanted to focus on briefly. What we might not understand about gratitude for us is that gratitude actually makes us much happier. And I'm not just making this up. This is well researched in the field of psychology. Here's a few notable psychologists that have studied gratitude and found some impressive results. Martin Seligman, known as pretty much the father of positive psychology, and was the director of the American Psychological Association, elected there by the highest margin in history. And he did a gratitude experiment where people thought of someone who had an impact on their lives, and they wrote a thank you letter to that person, and they hand-delivered it and read it to them. And those people showed a much higher degree of happiness that lasted for a month from that single letter. These two completed a famous experiment in positive psychology, Robert Emmons and Michael McCullough. They had people randomly assigned to a few different groups, and here's what the groups did. They had 3 groups, and people were randomly assigned to the group, and people in group 1 wrote, at the end of the week, they wrote down 5 things that they were grateful for. Group 2, people wrote down 5 things that were frustrating about the week. And group 3 could just write whatever they wanted. And they did this for 10 weeks. And at the end of 10 weeks, group 1, this group here, was 25% happier than the other groups. And the only thing that they had done differently, remember these people were randomly assigned, the only thing that they have done differently in their lives than people in the other 2 groups were they wrote down things that they were grateful for. So we have one major experiment where people thought of something powerful, they thanked the person in person to their face for it, and they were happier for a month. We have another experiment where people wrote down things that they were grateful for, and those people on happiness measures were 25% happier than other people in the study. So this kind of brings me back to gratitude and this time of the year where it gets talked about, and I am suggesting that don't just give thanks and be thankful because it's polite and you should do it. Those reasons are important, but I would also say try and show some gratitude because it has a major impact on your own happiness. And who doesn't want to be happier, right? We all do. So try it out. Be thankful, give some for real thanks to people, and see if you can feel like you are happier. I bet it works. Anyway, have a wonderful holiday with your family, and I'll enjoy the time off with mine, and we'll see you next week.